Welcome to the CFG GameCast episode number 113, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on the Fridays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, and so much more. So show us some love, give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any podcast services that are out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, David Screen, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Not too much. I feel like I did a lot this week, and then I was thinking back, and I was like, maybe I didn't. We played a lot of Devour this week, which was fun. I love that game. I think it's like underrated. It's a good 4-person game, you know? We played a lot of that. I beat the first Halloween page for your archives like last week, so I've been waiting for the second page, and I kept logging in all week and it wasn't released yet, so I'll probably do that this weekend. But yeah, Danny turned my goddaughter, my youngest, she turned 6 yesterday, so we had a birthday party, and Auntie Lex to the rescue. It was fun. We had a blast. So it was a short week for me.
Oh, that is good. That's good to hear. I'm glad everyone's actually having a good time. Getting older, and at least me staying the same for now. So I don't need to get any older. I'm definitely
scary.
Cool with that.
I heard that.
Yeah, I know, right? But you know who is always getting older and always talking a lot of smack on a game that he knows he can never beat me in?
Oh, I know who it is.
The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Hello, my friend. That is a filthy lie, number one. Number two, and again, not to bring anybody down, but I don't know if you guys know, but our friend Tashir, he has been a guest here on the show, and good friend to many, a voice of gold, amazing music producer. We lost him this last Friday here about a week ago. Unfortunately, he passed away. So, just especially anytime somebody and being in this social space, you really start seeing how much the connection that you make with people and how these people really, even though I've never met him personally in real life, I definitely had a connection with him. He was a good, I remember going to his streams, during game reveals and, stuff like that, playing Division 2 with him, getting through my first raid in Division 2 with him. So just such an unfortunate and terrible loss all around, both IRL. So rest in peace to Tashir, for sure. Great people.
I mean that was, I know what you mean. Because actually because of that, I didn't stream this week at all. I didn't want to. I did just with the
I
craziness.
didn't feel motivated.
Yeah, it just seemed he was really bad. Now Tosh was a really cool dude. I think then like his community was really cool, and then just like in general, the dude was just savvy. Like his voice had a radio voice. He was hilarious. Quick whips and all that stuff.
Oh, so quick with it. He was fun.
Yeah.
He and I went back and forth.
He was working on I think a Halloween stream or a Halloween themed trap song with he was working with Phenom. And she had said something. I was like, oh, Tash, you're fucking perfect.
Yeah. So well, it's funny because he's like, I don't even do trap music, but sure, let's go.
Right.
Yes. Just an all around great guy. So again, our condolences to his wife and his boys and everyone that he has touched throughout
his
time. So
definitely
cry. I'm sorry. Okay. I feel like I'm misty-eyed. We cannot say something.
I agree.
Actually, there is something we are going to do about that, though. I was going to tell you later on about it, but I'll let you know later on.
Let's
good.
Honor him in some way.
Other than that, let's lighten it up again. Video game wise, Square Enix, we were lucky. They sent me a review copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. Excuse me, and like a swag box or whatever. So I had the Star-Lord shirt on here the other day. That was awesome. Ran through the game. It was freaking amazing. Had a blast playing it, and I highly recommend for sure. It was a really, really good game. It's what I wish Avengers had done instead of what they are doing with the live service and stuff like that. It was a solid story. Acting was amazing. Absolutely amazing soundtrack. That's why I say if you are a streamer or somebody that does YouTube videos, do your recordings, do your thing, but please go back and play it with the intended music because that soundtrack kicks it up a notch. Absolutely, definitely worth it. They have a streamer mode.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
I was worried about that.
So, but you still have to watch out. Like you can't look at the jukebox because the jukebox has copy. It's got the covers from the albums, so that's something that could be in question as well.
Can that be copyright? That can't be copyright just to look at the album covers. Though.
I have that. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works exactly.
I don't know how copyrights work with it. Yeah, because because you're looking at something. You can't be like, you can't. It's like move those eyes unless it's like a pair of like freaking boobs or like something that's
not really because it's licensed. It's licensed art, and you're still streaming that licensed art.
Yeah.
You don't have the license to be able to stream that art.
Put your logo over it, essentially.
I think that's going to be harder to pursue than it would be for music, though.
I think maybe then they said that for possibly just to be safe, but it was something that they had noted in their press kit was not to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know the details as far as with that, but regardless, if you were thinking about getting it, do it. It's worth it. So many fun surprises, especially if you're familiar with the Guardians, their comic books, other characters that are within their universe. It's totally worth it.
Ooh, can we make that maybe a bonus cast like we did with the Last of Us?
I'm totally down.
I'm down.
Like I said, I'm already finished with it. I'm already finished with the game.
Do you have a CD?
Oh,
I got a code.
Wait, do they have it on PC? They have it on PC, right?
I think it's PC.
It's all
PC and PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Oh, is it all platforms?
No. You might be. No, it has to be. It's third party. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a friendly reminder.
It was Eidos Montreal.
Yeah.
That published or that developed it. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
How music gets caught in when you get a ban or whatever it's called. Why can't I think of it?
Copyright strike.
Thank you. When you get a copyright strike, the software that they use is listening. So even if you are singing the words, it might pick it up as like in passing that you're listening to it, even if you aren't, like you're singing it. So a lot of the software is looking for at least 10 seconds of the background track or of the audio. So a lot of the times that's how they'll catch it. And unless someone reports you for the jukebox, it shouldn't be that much of an issue, but it is licensed. Yeah. So that's interesting.
It's just like the time when we got copyright striked for episode 69 doing Careless Whisper. You remember that?
Sorry, that was my bad.
You remember that? That was hilarious.
What up, Dirty?
Yes, that was great.
Hilarious.
Yep.
Yes,
got
nice.
it.
Yeah, so I mean, if we can get Lex the copy of Guardians, I think we should definitely do a spoiler cast of it. I think that'll be pretty awesome. But I didn't even think about that. I was like, you know what? That could be the game that we could do.
Let's do it.
For this
I'm down.
It totally is. Yeah.
I read all the comic books. Let's go.
Did you really?
Yeah.
See, I was never that familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Someone else was purchasing the comics. I was just like secondhand, like
Guardians. I mean, I don't know much about it. The only one I know was Rocco Raccoon because he was on the Hulk comic. He was actually introduced in Hulk 279. But other than that, like all the other ones, I don't know. Like there was an original set of Guardians, but I didn't care. And
that was my thing. It's like I know there's this whole Marvel thing, but like, all right, Marvel was great, but like for me, it was X-Men.
That's exactly
I thought X-Men was Marvel. We haven't gotten X-Men yet. I cannot wait for that. I'm literally gonna flip tables. I am gonna jump on things.
I am not a Wolverine fan. I am not a Wolverine fan. I don't give a shit about
Wolverine. I love Cyclops.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you were clearly brainwashed as a child. But
Cyclops. No.
Cyclops. No one likes Cyclops.
Are you kidding me?
I
like Cyclops.
No one likes Cyclops. You're crazy. Saying Cyclops? Oh no.
What a hater. What a hater.
Everyone makes fun of him, dude. Everyone makes fun of him.
I don't care, dude. Why? Because he was the most. I think that's what I was, that nerd that like. Because I also was a Leonardo fan too, and maybe it's just something.
Leonardo was fine. Leonardo was fine.
Dude, how are they different? They're the same person. One's just a turtle, the other one can shoot lasers to his
Leonardo was a leader. Cyclops was a whiny punk for the long of the time. So don't even get me started with Cyclops.
That was a Donatello girl.
Don't get me started with Cyclops.
Is relevant, dude. You stop it. Stop it.
Oh, boy.
But anyways, getting back to it.
Wrangle it in, boys.
Wolverine isn't my favorite. Yeah, Wolverine isn't my favorite X-Men, but I will say that I am hyped because you're right. We haven't seen an X-Men game in like, besides maybe Ultimate Alliance, which I really don't count, Ultimate Alliance 3, but we haven't seen an X-Men related game in almost a decade. And I'm just like,
game, dude. Get them in the movies. I need them in the universe first. Come on, give me some Storm. Give me some like Storm, dude. Like
you didn't watch out the you didn't watch the Bryan Singer out of the movies.
No, dude, come on. If you have not, go back and watch the cartoons. Those cartoons not only hold up even more as adults. I was just like, holy crap, dude. Like there's so much more. And just especially during that time, having that kind of diversity and stuff like that. I mean, that is basically what the X-Men is. Like, look, it's these people that people are like, you're not like me. Get out of here. Like, actually, about the, you know what I mean? Like,
I think I like X-Men so much. I think that's why I like the X-Men so much. Is like, you could relate. I'm pretty sure Smitty and I could pretty much relate to the quorums of what X-Men had to deal with. But I think that's why I loved about X-Men. In fact, you should see like my place. Like, I have the whole run from the 90s to 2010. I was like crazy on that. But no, I love it.
It's the Wolverine lovers that caused all the Cyclops hate.
I'm not a Wolverine lover, though.
Cyclops is, and Omega Red. Come on now, Omega Red.
Omega Red was tight. That. Yeah,
I know.
Omega Red was tight. We saw that. But no, I'm not a Wolverine lover, and I really hate Cyclops. Cyclops is just whiny all the time, and it's like, they get all the deal towards it. So no, don't get me started.
Dude, laser beamed your face off a long time ago.
You can't laser beam because technically his beam isn't a beam. It's a concussive. See, that's how lame it is. He can't even shoot right through you. It's just a concussive like shot. So the stuns you.
Dude. So dude. That was the cartoon version.
That's not the cartoon version.
He cuts people in half. That's a version of Cyclops. Like, look, basically, I'm gonna become Cyclops, and my version of Cyclops will cut people in half with my laser beam. There we go.
Yeah, Wolverine has his issues too. And I think the one thing I really hated about Wolverine in the cartoon show was like he never got surprised. Like every person that they fought, he already knew who these people were. He was in freaking space, and he knew the thing that they were fighting before everyone else. He wasn't even surprised. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, it's like, oh, Mojo, and it's like, who the hell is this? This guy's in a different dimension.
But they did know about Mojo. They all went there. Him, Jubilee, some other Gambit, I think. They knew about Mojo.
He always was the first guy to be like yeah, no, I'm just saying that he's the first person that like he knows like immediately will point out who they're fighting against because he knows who it is. Never was surprised. He was surprised when Morph got killed. Yeah, that's true. But here's the problem.
Oh, he was surprised when Morph got killed.
Yeah, he was surprised that Morph got killed, but he wasn't surprised that who did it. He would be like, "Oh, that's
a Sentinel. What are you doing?"
So there you go.
How do you know?
Okay.
Monster robots.
Oh my god! Right.
Could I've been to the future past? What?
Oh my god. Anyways, that's a whole different can. That could be a whole discussion in itself. It's like, who's the best? Who's the best X-Men? But anyways, yeah. But as for me though, I've been really busy. As always, we're going to be I've been busy trying to set up the Extra Life. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have some fun shenanigans there during it. So
yeah,
ooh, this is going to be. I
we'll
just bought my plane ticket the other day for it. So we're going to go hard in the paint on that. But but other than that, I haven't had time to play a lot of anything this week and didn't really get a chance to touch anything itself. Oh, you know what's funny? I thought that said for CFG text Smitty. It's like, why? I'm just talking right there. But other than that, but just to let you know before we get it started too, exclamation point PS5. If you want to be a part of the raffle that we are doing, we are giving away a PlayStation 5 for charity for the Phoenix Children's Hospital. It's a $20 donation. If you put a donation in, you type in the information requested below, your name is going to be into a raffle for a chance to win a PS5. So think of it this way: you're paying $20 for a possible chance to get a $500 system that's really hard to find. So there you go. So yeah. Or you click the link there. Thanks for doing that. But anyways.
Ooh,
guys,
I know we should have a Mario Party.
Oh, we are definitely having a Mario Party when that happens. That's what's going to definitely happen. I know, because if you're going to be in it, I know you're going to bring it with you.
Sure.
Allegedly.
I just gotta remember.
I know, right? But I know we all don't want to talk about listening on who the best X-Men is with us. So we'll just go on through the normal rigmarole that we normally like to do each and every week. So each of us picks a topic of discussion within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be about a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry itself. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live to be a part of the conversation. So by all means, just type it inside the chat if there's something that you're wanting to point out or wanting to add in on it. We'd love to discuss it with you. So so we'll just get this party started. Let's go with Smitty. What are you bringing to the table?
Me. You know what I'm bringing to the table. We've got to talk about Mario Party Superstar. I keep wanting to say All-Star.
All-Star.
I keep wanting to say All-Star. It's not. It's Superstar.
Oh, Superstar, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, Superstar, which is weird. But I have been talking about this for a while. I have been very pumped for this to come out, and it is officially. I have downloaded it. We're gonna play it tonight on stream. It's going down, son. But some of the changes. This is number one. It's fantastic because they've already integrated your online play. So what we got for Mario Party, whatever the other one is, I've already forgot its name.
More recently, yeah.
This is integrated in there. They have both. You can play with the friends, or you can do matchmaking, and you can get into random games with people as well, which is super exciting. We've got 5 different maps, basically from the N64 lineup. Here's the thing. These maps are way bigger than the previous one, which is huge. And these maps are awesome. I do remember I want to say I had Mario Party 8, I believe. It was the one or 9. It was the one for the Wii. I had one of them for the Wii, and then I played one for the 64, the one with the horror land, I'm pretty sure, or the horror board. And then it's got some other ones. This is solid, dude. I'm so pumped for this. Another huge boon as far as with this is I can finally use my Pro controller. We don't have to worry about using Joy-Cons because the drift is dumb and real. We can all use, and I've stocked up on Pro controllers. So I'm very excited to be able to not have to worry. We've got 3 Pro controllers.
Do you know what's so funny about that?
Them.
I found I got one Pro controller. I didn't like the feel of it, and then I found a third-party controller that I liked way more than the original one, which is incredibly rare for me to say. But yeah. It's the what's it called, the 8-bit do controller, and is it. Yeah, you should be. I'm gonna bring it with me when we go to when we.
Oh
see
yeah,
each
dude!
other.
I'll have everything. Everything. But this is so exciting. I mean, the boards there's a bunch of solid boards. I'm hoping too that in place, and I'm curious to see if they continue moving forward with building new, or it's not even new games. We're just taking old maps and basically updating them into what today's ecosystem is. So we really haven't gotten a new Mario Party since the Wii U Mario Party. I don't think that was
the Mario Party that came out on the Switch was its own game. I mean, it was its own specific game that they created from Switch. It wasn't the port.
Wasn't that? No. I thought that was that one was legit. Are you sure?
Yeah. It was their own thing. Yeah. It was but it wasn't good. It was comparatively to all the other Marios, especially the history of Mario Party.
It was okay, but you're right.
I'm just saying, like, through its history, it's not. It was its weakest. It was the weakest one, because like you're saying, like Superstars comparatively to all the other ones. Like you remember, and then like how they randomly decided to add allow you to do online mode. They unlocked it literally 2 years later from when the game came out. Yeah, some weird decisions and stuff, you know. So like, but there's a couple of things I kind of have with this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really am looking forward to playing this too, especially kind of humbling you in this. But still.
Wow, this guy is trash, dude.
Wait till I beat both of you.
I know, right? But like, I think the biggest thing is that I'm really kind of like, it kind of annoys me that they have to dip in their well to give you this kind of game. It's like kind of like for instance, when you really think about it, like I mean, like you said, like Mario Kart, the Mario Kart that's on the Switch is just a port that came out on the Wii U, and it's been
the one. That's
it's been 4 years. Of. Yeah, been 4 years. Yeah. And yet you're telling me that they don't want to like, and it's one of the most successful games is on the Switch right now. And you're telling me that you can't say that no one is not willing to have something new. But it's like they just refuse to make. I mean, they refuse to make it. Instead, they're just using older stuff that they have and just recycling it. And I'm not.
And maybe they are. I mean, maybe they are working on that stuff. But I definitely feel like there's a trend of remastering and remaking. I feel like it's very big in Hollywood, and it is seeping more and more into video games in that sphere as well. If people are going to spend the money, that's an easy. I mean, hold on. Let me retract that. I don't mean that's an easy, but it's a lazy response to that. Instead of, because I want new IPs. I want new characters. I want new stories. I don't want to keep playing the same things. But at the same time, this is where it gets you. There's a lot of these ones that I didn't play. So you already have my money at hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, take my wallet and you can take what you need. So it all really depends. And a lot of these, I think are coming based off the audience, based off of what the consumers are going and buying. Because you've got a bunch of people that weren't even probably alive when half this shit came out. That's what I was just
about to say. Just because it's not new to us doesn't mean it's not new to them. It's brand new to them. So
yeah. And it was like, and I was alive, and I haven't played a lot of those ones. There's so many mini games that I have not played. I can't wait to get good.
Okay, but they literally these are mini games that could easily be recycled into something that they could mix with an old with the new. All right, but like theoretically though, like the maps and stuff like that could easily have been changed. They could make new locations. I'm just saying innovate. Nintendo's very innovative already as it is, but I'm just saying like the way that like how they're just kind of how this comes across just seems kind of really kind of late old. Like for instance, like why couldn't they make this an expansion to the Mario Party that came out? That already came out now. So instead of making their own brand new stuff, if it's already
that was my bad. I was thinking Mario Kart. I did not mean that was my bad and the mistake. I had Mario Kart in my head, and that's what I was thinking. That's why I said Wii U. Yes, this last Mario Party was a new Mario Party. That was my bad. That is totally on me.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. But like, it's like,
you say, go to hell, Smitty. That's basically what he said.
It's okay.
I hate it here.
Turducken says, but they can do it because their games are solid, and I had so much fun with the Switch first came out. And you know what? They are. I'm not saying that the games are not going to be fun on the new Switch. I'm just saying that it's kind of like you buy a new system. You kind of want new things. Like you kind like is what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like so like because it's kind of like. Kind of going where like right now what my topics are going to be about here the next thing about like why you're going to be playing like are you going to spend $50 to play games that came out on the 64 and the Sega Genesis or Sega Genesis back in the day because they may still be good games but like they still have a time and a place when you did it, in my opinion. And I feel that like you can easily make a hybrid. Oh no, I won't say easily. I'm sorry, that's too much. You can make a hybrid of whatever of what you wanted to do with the old with the new. But like to say that you're like you're just recycling, because this is what this is. I mean, this is basically what this Mario Party is a fully recycled version of just the best parts of all the Mario Parties combined that they've made throughout the how many did they make? Like
I think it
8?
might just be the 64 one. It's not just the 60.
I don't know.
64 ones. It might just be the 64 maps, but then the mini games encompass the entirety, other than the newest one, I believe, up to the Wii U. I believe.
Yeah. So I mean,
that
it's
is a
like,
challenge.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that
challenge, by the way,
there is a balance between like, you know, remasters and remakes and stuff. Like, I mean, Final Fantasy VII is probably the biggest, I'd say, is the biggest exception to all that, because they basically destroyed, like, downsized got rid of the original game and made a game within itself up, and then they're making it its whole different thing. But like remasters and stuff like this, remaster HDs and things, it's like yeah, we know the game is good, but you're telling a person to spend this much money to play a game that came out a long time ago, even if they were not born back in the day. It's just like, it's still lazy of them, and to debate to go over it. And I mean, and that's where I kind of feel with Mario Party. I was never exposed to Mario Party, and I still feel like it still seems kind of like, you know,
yeah,
you could make your new one. You could make, like, why can't you make a new one and introduce maybe something new? You know?
Right. No, I feel that.
But they did though.
Wait.
And people are like, meh.
What were you saying, Lex?
Give us. Oh, sorry, yeah.
I looked up because you said like what boards are on there. So it's a Superstar collection of the classic Nintendo 64 boards. So it's 5 classic boards from Nintendo 64 Mario Party.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Spaceland, Spooky Horrorland, and then 3 others.
Birthday
They don't
Cake.
list. Yeah, Birthday Cake.
Birthday Cake. Yoshi Island.
Correct.
And something else.
Okay,
Something else. And I think there's other maps as well, though. So like the new maps as well. And there's 100 new mini games.
Mini games, yeah.
Right.
And that's what I'm wondering too. And General makes a good point. Like, I would love for them to add in characters that you can play as. I would love for them to, because that was one system on that new one that I did like, and I got a little bit in earlier, but I didn't get a whole game in. Like having the buddies and things like that, just being able to play with those characters and have those kind of, it seems like the special die thing is more of a universal thing as opposed to an individual character thing, because your normal die is now a 10-sided die. So
there's not, well, like, I'm just saying that this game should not even exist. This game could have easily have been a DLC. I mean, it could have been. I mean,
I don't know though.
This doesn't. This game.
I don't think so. I think
this game doesn't look any different than what they introduced. They could have broke this thing down.
But it really is though, dude. Because like, and here's the thing. I think this is the game then that they, if they are going to go that route, that they now have the infrastructure and the build to be able to go that route. They did not build the one for Switch to go that route. That's why it takes 2 years for the online play to be integrated. And things of that nature. I think they just said, look, we'll put it in, but this is more of an infrastructure build to be able to. I'm hoping, because I would love for them to add maps. They should add maps at some point in time and stuff like that. They should add characters. You can add things. I'm hoping that this build is suited for that kind of infrastructure.
I doubt.
But I think maybe it starts there.
Yeah,
I know. But
at
at the same time, you're right. They'll be like, well, why would we do that when people are going to go and buy it anyway? We could just slap it into a whole nother thing. So,
yeah. I mean, and it sounds like I'm ragging on it, but it's more like I'm more ragging on Nintendo, if anything, because I'm just really frustrated when I see this kind of things, when I see this from them, and I know that they can make a better product. Like I said, I love Mario Kart. I'm not good at Mario Kart, but I love playing it. And
I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just weird to say that, like, okay, so how is it? Why is there not like a new Mario Kart by now, like a Mario Kart 9? and it's been 4 years. And even prior to that, Mario Kart 8 is actually 2 years in on the Wii U, and yet they still don't want to make something like that. They thought that they're just remaking the one that came out on the system prior that failed is good enough to them. So I don't know, like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand that
coming
logic.
with a Switch Mega.
Yeah. Yeah. So Smitty's already hyped. He's already hot. He's gonna start practicing so he can defeat the king, which is Davies.
I don't even want to be here right now. I want to be playing the game right now.
I'll kick your butt tonight. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. We're playing tonight, y'all.
Okay. I don't have a memory card.
But you need a memory
card?
I do. I need one. I keep forgetting to buy one for my Switch. I don't have one.
Why don't you just delete the stuff that you're not
It's
playing?
just an SD card, right? Yeah.
I will. It's mostly my workout stuff. But yeah, I can delete it and just re-download it.
Workout stuff is on your Switch?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I've lost almost 20 pounds with it.
Let me what workout stuff? No, like I mean, like
yeah.
This is a topic.
What workout stuff on the Switch?
I play the Ring Fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking myself, I'm like, we're trying to like figure out what is it that's taking. Like, I have it.
But I use bands while I do it, so it's like 10 times more intense. And then I also do like the Just Dance, and I mean, you do sweat mode, woo, burning calories real fast.
There you go.
Man.
I need to get that shit, dude. I just need to get do something.
Is the game being played on here? Well, I don't have the game yet. I don't have the game yet. Smitty already bought the game.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah, and Lex is gonna get it eventually.
Smitty's gonna buy it for me.
It's going down tonight, dude. It's going down tonight, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
be hurry up. We need to move on with these topics, y'all.
Yeah, so go switch over onto this.
I'm super excited about this, though.
Yeah,
like this is like I get it and I understand Davis's point, but they already know that's what Nintendo does. They're like, oh, I know it's kind of shitty, but you're gonna give us your money, right?
Yeah, basically.
Like, you're right.
You're right. Yeah, you know.
How'd you know?
All right. Well, we already know Smitty. It doesn't take much for Smitty to kind of get in on the boat, so we'll go with it. All right, so now it's my topic, and it's going to be some more Nintendo. Like I was saying, my topic is about Nintendo. Nintendo this week just released their expansion plus plan for it. And now, if you don't know what the expansion plus plan was, what it is that it's going to allow you to play the emulated games on Sega Genesis and on the Nintendo 60, the original Nintendo 64. So for, I believe it's $50. It's the plus plan with the internet net code, as well as I think you get the new an expansion for Animal Crossing. It's all for $50. If you don't want it with Animal Crossing, I believe it's $30, or maybe the other way around. I'm not really sure, but it's one way or the other. So, may
I ask? This is like a yearly money in their hand, correct?
Yes, it is a yearly thing. So
essentially.
Subscription, exactly. Yeah. So once you did it, then there you go. So they released it with the original core 64/Sega games, and they've already immediately come to the realization that the Switch is a horrible emulator for the N64, apparently. So they were having nothing but issues with a lot of different kinds of things, with the way things were being emulated on the system. There was some slowdowns, there were some slight glitches. The weirdest thing is that so there's a StarCraft. You can play one of the games that you can get on the 64 on the Switch that you can play emulated on the Switch for 64 is StarCraft 64. So once you get on StarCraft 64, they allow you to have both versions, the American version and the European version. And so apparently there's a difference in frame rate between the way a European version works on than the American version. And it feels slower, and reaction time is slower. It feels a lot choppier. It's just so weird, like how they would change to it. So they were having so a lot of people were arguing about these changes and people buying the service for it. And I, for one, am saying, well, I wasn't expecting it to be as bad as it was going to be, but my logic was, I don't know why I would want to pay $30 to play a game that came out 30 years ago and just wanting to play it on my system. And I know it's mostly for the old fogies like me, the OG gamers that played back in the day, that grew up on the 64 and on the Sega Genesis. But to say that I'm going to be paying to play that on a new gen console, I was like, and pay annually for it, I was like, no, I'm not, I'm good. Because, like, even one of the games, Mario 64, literally 7 months ago, they released the physical copy of it in the trilogy pack. It's like, why would you, like that doesn't make any sense. Like, where are they going? The direction of these games just doesn't make sense to me. And I was just wanting to bring that up to y'all about it. Besides the glitches and stuff like that, it sucks that it's happening. But I'm pretty sure it's going to eventually, I really hope it's going to get fixed. It's actually kind of surprising that it can't run 64 emulation really well by now, but still, but like I was just wanting to see like what y'all's like attitude on the expansion pass, like if y'all planning on getting it, or if it's something that like what did you think? What do you think about it?
Let me tell you a story about how I'm a video game slut.
Oh god, it's not even the story. It's more like an epic at this point.
It is a cry for help. It is a cry for help, is what it is. I am going to probably end up getting it. I haven't gotten it at this point. Hold on, and I agree with you 100%. But there are some games on there that I absolutely have to be able to play with my daughter, just to be able to, like, it was games that I grew up playing with my brother. I would love to be able to experience that with my daughter as well. And that's one of the biggest things. Not only that, but with the family pack, and the girls play Animal Crossing. I haven't played it in the grip. So, that upgrade, that DLC is going to be included in that price. So I know it's good for at least a year for that. So for me, I think it's worth it. They can have their own account. That means Lizard Elsa, I don't have to worry about her messing up and doing things on my account. And that's up to 8 people or 7. It's you and 7 other people. So, even if you have friends or somebody that wants to go in, I saw our buddy, James, he found 7 other random or friends online that also are throwing in on this. They all pay $10. They've all got it. They can use it. They take advantage of that. So I think that's good. And as a matter of fact, that's something that Nintendo encouraged, was finding friends to throw in with you on it. So you're able to save some money. You get a little bit of the extra. And it's not, I think if you're doing that as a standalone it's like, hey, it's just 3 of us. And eventually it'll end up being 4 of us on that. It wouldn't really be worth it. But you find some other friends that are going to throw down your cost. You're talking $10 a month for doing that and having access to all that.
Isn't it a year?
Absolutely.
It's a year.
If you have, or I'm sorry, $10 a year. $10 a year to be able to have all that stuff. And again, I don't know what it looks like having a family plan. I'd like to go in and see how that breaks down and actually plays. But that's a pretty sweet deal to me.
Well, see, sorry, what were we going to say, Lex?
I actually, when I got Animal Crossing, I got my Switch. I was missing. I didn't realize I had to have a family plan to play online. And my friends were asking me for my info, and I was like, here it is. And they're like, oh, you're not. I'm just gonna add you. You hold on. And then they did. I was like, oh. Do I need to give you some money? They're like, no, it's fine. It's only like $35. We had extra slots. You can be on our family plan. I was like, oh, well, thank you. So yeah, if someone if it's a $10 throw in, heck yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, why not? I want to play the new Animal Crossing, and if that's maybe my only way to play it, then I guess my question is are they gonna force you?
I think it might be different.
I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know if everybody gets that DLC or if it's just that main account.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
I don't think it would be that. That wouldn't make any sense. Like, if they did it like that, it'd be too screwy.
Oh yeah,
it would be way too screwy.
They're gonna shut that family account down immediately.
Interesting. That is something that we should investigate, though.
But I also would like to know: is this the only way that you can absolutely get Animal Crossing, or can you buy it separate?
No, you can buy it separately. It's $25. Okay. So bundled together with the with that, you're paying what? Somebody do math for me, please. $80 minus 25. $65?
Yeah.
You're paying $65 for the online plus stuff.
Okay.
And then they're throwing in the whatchamacallit. You basically get it at a discount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
here's
the thing, though.
Kind of breaks down.
No, but here's the thing, though, and this is what it is. Like, even though, it's $10 towards it, I mean, like, do you really think you're going to spend the $10 into playing something? I mean, the only game to me, like, for me right now, personally, this is me, that I would probably see. There's a good list of games. They do give you a good variety of games that they give you. Hold on, let me pull it back up.
If you have the list, I'd love to see that.
I think that it's really cool that they're going to expand on that. And I mean, this is just the base pack at first too. So let me see what the games are.
Because there are a few Sega Genesis games that I would like to play that I never got.
There's some games that I think, but I feel Davis and what he's saying.
Yeah,
I don't want to pay money to play old games. Like, I want to pay money to play new games. But at the same time, there's some games that I'd love to be able to, just as like I remember being a kid playing that stuff. So I know Lizard Elsa would be able to at least. So like that's something to me that I can connect with her as far as with that, and just something for us to be able to do together. I think would be a lot of fun. So for me, it's worth that value. It's worth that nostalgia.
No, I mean, I think nostalgia with your family.
It feels like $80 a month. They'd be like, nah, I can't hang. $80 a year. That is for me. That's a drop. That's a drop, and it's worth it.
Okay, here we go. 64 games and Sega Genesis games. So the 64 base games that come with it initially is Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, StarCraft 64, Yoshi's Story, Zelda 64, Ocarina of Time. No, is that right? Yeah, Ocarina of Time. Winback, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario, and one that I cannot pronounce because it's in Japanese. So we'll just leave it at that.
Dr. Mario.
Good.
Oh, it's called Sin and Punishment. There we go. Then the Sega Genesis version, the Sega Genesis emulator, base emulator. You got Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodline, Golden Axe Strider, Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Bean Machine. I never played that one, but that's interesting.
I wanted to play that. I remember.
Yeah,
there's so many games from a kid. I would love to be able to go back and just play natively on my Switch wherever I want to at any point in time.
Oh yeah, well. I've seen I know what Sin and Punishment was. It's just that I didn't know, like, the box art. I didn't know what the box art was.
Old Mario Kart, dude. This is the one that I smashed people at.
Oh, you self-proclaimed smash at Smitty. Self-proclaimed.
I did. We got videotapes. We got VHS tapes of we used to record our races of Mario Kart.
Oh my god!
And we would sit there like, absolutely. That was casting since. Before casting was even a thing.
I'd rather just try with the newer like, the other Mario Kart that I would love to see them make again was Double Dash. Double Dash,
and I played Double Dash a couple times. That was the one for GameCube, right?
Yeah, the one for GameCube was the one where you swapped in. I think that was a really cool. That was a real fun one.
That was dope.
But all other than that though, I just think that, like, overall, like, I like the idea. I like the fact with the nostalgia itself, but like, I don't know, it's for me, it wouldn't make sense because I don't think I would have, unless I do a family account like you're saying. That would be the only way that I would justify doing it. That would make sense, to me, from the maximum amount. And then just saying, hey, we got 5 people. It's 5 accounts, right? For family? That's 5 different accounts for family, right?
No,
7, or technically 8.
8?
Including you.
Yeah, so you have 8 accounts on that.
They actually were encouraging you find friends to go in with you.
Yeah.
Which is unprecedented of Nintendo. So like for them, like, it's like, all right, that's legit.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo's really putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, it just seems like they don't really, they really want to have people play games in general on their system.
But this is a rocky start for them, and they know that this is an internet-based world that we're in and moving forward. They have to get on board, get their online stuff needs to get more on point.
The online is so garbage.
It's so trash. It's been trash. That was never their focus. But they realized even at a younger age, kids want to be able to have that ability to be able to connect and play with their friends. What better way? You are the leader in especially younger kids in video games. You have no competition in terms of that. So they're on their own. So it's up to them. And that's the thing. There's nobody really pushing them because they march at the beat of their own drum. They're not competing with Sony and Xbox. They're competing with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so there's a lot of different kinds of cool things. But I just really, the one thing is the big thing though, I guess the main factor back to what the original issue was the fact was the emulation is the wavy point right now. So with 64's if it's going to get better, if hopefully it gets better, but but they have a vast library that they're going to work with Sega Genesis. And the problem with Sega is that there's a lot of garbage on Sega Genesis, and you got to find those. You got to get the rights to the
Rocket Knight Adventure.
Altered Beast, come on now.
Oh, Altered Beast is
I don't even know if that's on there, dude.
I couldn't play Altered Beast. That game, you know what?
You said you can't?
No.
I just want to go back and try to beat these stupid games, dude. I remember playing them, and video games didn't even seem like they had an end to me. You just played them. And I didn't realize that games had ends and stuff.
Altered Beast is only
much later on.
Altered Beast is only something that Cyclops lovers would like, so they will just do that.
I swear, every podcast, I learned something new about Davis.
Likewise to you, Smitty. It's like, come on. You might you'll tell me that I'm the only person with a doghouse here. See, Lucente agrees with me. He says, yes, Cyclops lovers.
Somebody likes it meaty and cyclopsy.
There you go. Jesus. See, so the consensus, it's official now. All right.
Whatever.
Okay. Whatever. Lex, why don't you close us off and tell see what was your discussion about?
Well, funny enough, it's actually about what Facebook is doing. So if you didn't know, they are now Meta, right? So they announced Meta this week. I almost said Meta. That's not right. They announced Meta this week, and a couple of key points were really interesting. So from straight from his mouth, he said, in this future, you'll be able to teleport instantly as a hologram to be at the office without a commute, at a concert with friends, or in your parents' living room to catch up. This will open up more opportunities no matter where you live. You'll be able to spend more time on what matters to you, cut time in traffic, and reduce your carbon footprint. And when he said that, I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that we're not going to be able to teleport in real life? It's just going to be a hologram? And I got really upset. But on a real note, Ace is in Star Trek, so obviously that can't happen. I wish. But, there are some really interesting things. So he wants, basically he was saying in the metaverse, you'll be able to do basically everything you do now, but in the virtual world with friends and family, and that it's going to be more of a everybody does it kind of thing. So now I feel like, you're either a gamer or you're not at this moment in time. But basically in the future, everyone's going to be doing this virtual reality to some extent, whether they like it or not. And so I found that pretty interesting, and he made some claims that they're working on things that are interesting. No real specifics, but in the middle of it, he called out, you should support cryptocurrency and NFTs, which I thought was hysterical. Since neither of these two understand NFTs.
I know, right? But dude, I'd see it. I believe it. I mean, basically, it's just a matter of just tech jargon until it comes out. Whatever sticks is going to stick. But overall, what Meta is going to be is basically Meta is doing what big conglomerates do all the time when they get busted, when they dip their hands in the cookie jar one too many times for the general consensus, which is basically saying, oh well, we got a lot of scandals, a lot of issues that's happening on our backside that we're wanting the public to forget that it's us. So we're going to make a name that's going to be something that's easily forgettable. And that's what Meta is. And technically what Meta is it's not replacing Facebook as the title. What Meta is, it's basically it's the main corporation that's going to be the parent company to Facebook. It's going to be the so like most of the thing that you're going to see change is going to be the back end stuff, like the stock ticker might be something different or something like that. So like that's the kind of thing that you want to see with it. But now when it comes to what he's wanting to do, he's basically just trying to, because like, you know, Facebook's been in the limelight because of misinformation of news and stuff for several years now. And there's now starting to be talks of regulation for social media and stuff as well for all this stuff. So so they're trying to kind of shift the aim for all the extra features that they're doing, because you know Facebook owns Oculus. The Oculus is going to be something that they can actually push and do different kinds of things on. We'll definitely So I mean, fine, I guess. I don't really give a damn about whatever they're going to call themselves. Facebook is still Facebook, especially
I agree.
With Android. Mark Zuckerberg is going to be leading everything else is going to be coming in. But like it's like he's just doing the thing that he's going to do to protect as much money as he's getting from this product. So I mean, so do what you want to do. Do what he's going to do. It's not like we're going to stop him, you know?
No.
And for me, I feel like this is absolutely huge. I actually don't think this is just a ploy. And although there is that separation, especially with the heat they've been getting from those leaked documents, from that stuff, excuse me, you know what I mean? It's like, I get that. I understand that. But if they're doing what they're truly trying to do, Ready Player One, my friends, we are moving into that time. And I don't know anybody that does it better or could possibly do it better than a Facebook. But really, I think this, for them as a company as a whole, it's more than just a social media platform. They are so invested and have things working in so many different spaces. I think it's smart for them to actually separate Facebook as a product and be under an umbrella over something else. Look, the metaverse, the whole universe, we're already getting you in. You talk to your people. How do you stay in contact with things and stuff like that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not talking about the other ones, but just general. Facebook is where it was at. That's where it started. This is the evolution of Facebook and what it's becoming. And to see what they can do technology-wise with them having Oculus, with them having all these other apps and entities and things like that, I can't even imagine. And I say this a lot of times too, where it's like, yo, more importantly than them buying that, they've bought the secrets, they've bought their infrastructures, they've bought ways, and they can then integrate it into something that is already solid. I think this is actually a huge move, and I think it could be even bigger for gaming and what you can do in the gaming space. There's already, like you're saying, there's already people that are doing virtual conferences, things like that. I think this is the first step in changing how people interact and where people can go just to meet up, just to say hi. I don't need to do a phone call anymore. I'm going to go hop into the metaverse real quick and have a conversation with my mom or whatever. Like, I think this is that beginning steps. I think it's actually a huge move.
Would you go into pod like in Ready Player One to enjoy the internet like that? You would probably just dive right in and just say, never take off the cord.
Link me in. Look me in, son. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, if I've gotten these kinds of connections from Twitch, I remember when I was like, I don't understand why people would go and watch people. Like, who gives a shit? Like I'll go play the game, blah, blah, blah. when I started realizing the connections and the relationships and the things that you build, this is now how I primarily communicate and socialize with people. To be able to go into a virtual space with somebody of my choosing, of my likings, to be able to do an infinite possibility of things. Yes, absolutely. Sign me up, plug me in. I am there. I am for it. I think this is huge.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, like, I don't know if I like, dude. Like, I just think that this is a marketing ploy. That's all this. This is that's the way I look at this. I mean, there's no, because I mean, like, who's to say that what they're going to do is they're not doing this now
all speculation
already. I mean, this is. I'm just saying that, like, it's the only reason why they're doing this is because, like I said, I just feel like they're definitely wanting to change the image of the social media so the bigger powers that can control the rules that they got away with, not change the rules on them, and that's what they all do. I mean, like when one company gets busted because they were poisoning something, they change the name and then they call it something simple like LTL Industries. Then they'll be like, oh, okay, no one knows that was Johnson & Johnson and stuff like that. You know, I'm just saying that this is the same kind of situation that they're in right now. And then even if Facebook decided, hey, Facebook is still we're going to be Facebook, and then they didn't want to do Meta or whatever, they're still going through that process, because obviously Zuckerberg has a vision. Zuckerberg wants to do that, wants to get to that point, you know. So
Android is not playing around, dude. That Android is not playing around. He already knows. He already knows that they're gonna love it. They're gonna get into my metaverse. And everybody's gonna be like, ooh.
We're gonna call it the.
They're like, I hate it. They're like, I hate it, but they're all part of it. People are gonna hate it because they hate everything, and they're gonna be a part of it.
He's gonna call it the
Zuckerverse. It's only a matter of time. You've been zucked. You've been zucked.
you just got zucked. They become the
and you're in the metaverse. And you're in the metaverse. Like, I was the first one. I went in. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he's like,
this is a nice world.
You know, just please.
Already been looking at the Oculus. They're retiring the Oculus name. You want to know why? Because that's going to be the system that gets you in. That's going to be the system that gets you in. Is that system? And it's no longer just going to be like, it's literally like, if you can, and I'm thinking about that, and I've been thinking about this for a while too, because it really does play into that Ready Player One, where we are moving into, because people more and more socialize online. As I talk more about my online relationships than my in-people relationships. I don't even have relationships in real life anymore.
That's not something that you should be.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You should be if they come through,
absolutely. No, hold on. But I think it is amazing though, and that is the real thing. I can go out and be a person and this and that, but I've met more and better quality people online that I would go into the bars or going to the casino or going to the clubs and doing that shit. What do you mean, dude? How many club heads do you know? Come on, get out of here. Dude.
I don't go to the clubs.
Call these people.
They don't have to.
But that's what I do, son, bitch.
Where you going to the club? That's on you, man. That's on you. God, leave it.
What do you mean that's on me? Where do you go?
I don't even need, like, you know what's funny? I don't even go out my way to go, like, I do go to the bars sometimes. I do go to lounges. Have you ever gone to, like, the museum before and actually talk to people? Yeah.
No, dude, I don't talk to people at the museum.
I'm just saying.
I go there to enjoy myself. I want you to enjoy yourself.
I'm not enjoy myself.
I'm not gonna randomly go and talk to people. Oh, what a beautiful piece. What a interesting
I'm just talking about generically meeting people randomly is the best way to do it. Instead of going to a club where you can barely hear yourself talk is where it comes down to. That's where I get most of my connections.
Either you can dance or you can't dance. And you're sitting on a sideline. I'm out there dancing, son.
Oh my God. But anyways, let's get back to it. What are you going to say? Do you have anything on this, Lex?
I did. Now I don't remember because I was laughing too hard. Basically, I think you're right. I think this is a way to bury their scandals. They were essentially not getting rid of like the hate talk and hate speech off Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it also, to me, I totally understand where Smitty's coming from. It sounds amazing and it sounds really cool and it sounds like a really cool future. But I also was really invested in hoverboards being a thing. Fun fact, they're not. So, I'm not going to get my hopes up because what Smitty is describing sounds phenomenal and amazing. But also, I know it might not be a possibility, but also I would love a tube from my house that just whisks me down the street, to the grocery store.
To the mailbox.
Like in Futurama.
That freaking George Jetson level.
Yeah.
Like, let's get there, please.
What the heck?
Right.
That's what I'm wanting, more or less. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
I think it's something that's to kind of go with, but at the same time, just not to forget that the reason where they're at is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just like that's what it is.
Don't forget why they're doing this.
Yeah, why they're doing this is the big thing. It's instead of what they're trying to do for it. Like, it's easy to say to blurt out your tech jargon of what you're wanting to do, what your plans and what your goals are, but then the reason why that you have to is to actually doing it, and the reason why you're announcing it is so you can kind of cover the real reason why you're changing the name.
Right.
So so that's where I'm kind of torn between. I'm like, okay, do what you want.
Who's to say this wasn't already planned?
I mean, it's true. It's very true. But the odds are, the timing is just way too convenient. Especially how they're getting their butts kicked, dude. Like 2 weeks after.
I don't know. Yeah. Like, Facebook is at a point where it's too big. It is too big to fail. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the most disgusting shit was going on there. People are still going to log on. People are still going to do the thing.
Right.
It is monstrous.
Right. But come on, dude. I'm just saying that it's just not, I mean, the way that it's like, when what's her name went up front to Congress gave basically the giant dossiers of information on Facebook that they're trying to hide from the public. The incredible hack that just happened 2 weeks ago, and the years, it's not even just this year, the years of times when they're talking about how information is being transferred over. It's just like, I mean, they could have, let's say they theoretically were putting this wasn't like a last minute decision. Even if they were putting this into the works of this is something that would consistently kind of still back on what's been consistently happening with the company for at least the past 5 years. So I mean, yeah, and then and that's where it comes down to. It's like, I mean, I'm just saying, cool. If we see it, even better. I don't care. I mean, like, either way, I'm with Lex. I'm gonna keep my expectations low. And then see where it's going to. And then if it gets there, then it gets there. But we'll see.
No expectations are better than letdowns.
That's exactly
Facts.
it. Exactly.
Big facts.
All right. Hey, Lex.
Yeah.
What do you have planned for the week?
Ooh, good question. I want to play more Dark Deception and Devour. This weekend is Halloween, so we'll be taking the girls out trick-or-treating. I have 3 godkids that I'm very much part of their life. So we'll be taking them trick-or-treating. I have no clue what I'm going to be, so don't ask.
Where are they going to be?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think Danny might be JoJo Siwa. I don't know what Harley is, and Jersey was going to be like an anime
Siwa?
maid. No, stop it. Do you really not know who JoJo is?
No.
You
wouldn't know.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Who's JoJo Siwa? Yeah.
She's a singer and dancer. It's a long story. She's like a little pop
She's from
icon.
Dance Moms, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That's where I
That's
found
where
her.
she started. Yeah.
Originally, she was so
Can I
cool.
say? Yeah.
Am I in the out? Like, am I supposed to know who JoJo Siwa is?
As a parent,
pop culture.
For me, yeah, and like being around kids, you don't know who JoJo Siwa was. But I remember that Dance Mom show too.
Yep.
And that's where she even became a thing, was from that Dance Mom show.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Now she's on Dancing with the Stars, and she's like doing her whole thing, and it's JoJo with the
TV
bobo.
slut.
Same.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right. How about you, Smitty? What do you have planned for the week?
Yeah. I need to get back on. So I've been grinding out. I think I'm at the most current point as far as Destiny and the story and what's going on. I think after Festival of the Lost, we've got that a little bit of a lull before the 30th anniversary, and then we've got Witch Queen after that. I need to get back into New World. I've stalled out for like the last couple of weeks, so I plan on putting some time into that. And then obviously Metal Gear Solid 5, because I'm a man of my word.
You have 2 weeks. You literally have 2 weeks, Smitty.
And I have 4 missions.
Put that money in my
2
hands,
weeks,
sir.
4 missions. If I can't do that,
Smitty,
somebody
do you
needs
like to
to
do things the last
me
minute
in the face.
You
I am a procrastinator to the max, son. The max.
Like I shouldn't be
Finish,
surprised.
we shake his head.
Oh my god, would that be a hate crime in the way?
Yeah, it would. His hair's beautiful.
That is
What
cool.
about mine? Damn, rude.
What?
Kidding.
that's
Nothing.
The original, absolutely, they did send Lu Sentai. There's sunsetting is a thing now. Everything is being built in Destiny 2. They're not going to make a Destiny 3. It's basically Destiny 2 is the infrastructure that they will work from.
You don't think they're going to make a
forward.
Destiny 3 anytime soon? I think
no. They already said they are not.
Really?
No, they are working, which they shouldn't have made. They should have never made a Destiny 2. It should have been Destiny 1, and they should have just worked off of that infrastructure.
Integrated.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be dumb for them because they, yeah.
So they are totally diving in. Well, I mean, because
things are getting sunset.
The game as a service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's cool. That's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've already said that they were. It was already going to be one. Okay, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Okay,
it
cool.
Has been.
Well,
what
tomorrow,
about you, dude? What do you got going on? And then getting excited for the extra live stream, dude.
Oh God. You know what's funny? I really should be more hyped with the actual live stream, but it's just like, man, it's so much work. Like, you know what's funny? Like, I'm bringing like, it's just like, I have people in Arizona that I trust that has all the stuff, you know, and I think that the same thing that like when you do all of this stuff, it's just like, okay, here's the checklist. Who has the lights? Who has the green screens? Who has so and so? Who's bringing the systems? Who's bringing the controllers? Everyone labeled their own controllers. All this stuff. All this different. Big shout out to
Salad Dogs and Kohaku Moon.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so like, so those two, like, so like they always survey and everything. So we have a plan. So there's not fully complete surprise on it. So but like, so that's what I'm always thinking when I'm thinking extra lives. It's like most people thinking of the gaming. I'm thinking of the gaming maybe last. Then I'm thinking of all the stuff that's getting to it. It's like, oh Jesus. Yep. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It's always cool because I get to meet see all the people that are coming to it. So I really do appreciate that. But tomorrow I actually might stream tomorrow. I'm going to stream Guardians of the Galaxy. When it comes out tomorrow, start the thing up. Then I really am thinking about we should do a spoiler cast for it. I think that would be really cool.
I'm totally down. I'd be on board.
Yeah, we'll get Lex. We'll see what Lex is up for on that. Yeah, so we'll see on that. And then on the Monday through Wednesday, I'm gonna try to get back on the stream of things again with Tales, and then hopefully get into some Metroid. That's the one game I've been wanting to get into is Metroid.
I haven't even purchased it yet, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even purchased it yet. I know it'd be.
It's literally sitting on my table, my coffee table. It's like I haven't touched it in it. On Thursday, we are going to have a special stream. Dojima is going to be on the CFG stream, who's going to be streaming Fatal Frame, the newest Fatal Frame that's coming out on the PS4. They came out this week on the PS4, so he's going to be he's going to be on there. So it's going to be pretty cool, a cool stream on that. But then on Friday, we're going to go back to what we do best, which is the podcast. So definitely see what's going on here. But boy, overall, we got a lot of stuff to do with such little time. But guys, thank you so much for listening to episode 113 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you once again for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back next Friday. Until then, if you did miss the episode, that is okay. We always release it on Monday mornings. So excuse me. So you can check us out on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, so many more. All the different podcast stations. So there's no reason to not listen to our sexy voices. So, but guys, also if you just didn't, if you're wanting to get more of our awesome content, go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to check out all the reviews, interviews, photos and stuff again that we're coming back again. So con seasons are starting to come back up again. That's a cool thing. We got AWA, which one is that? It's Anime Weekend Atlanta. That's what it's called. Anime Week in Atlanta. We got photos. We're gonna talk to Eric Vale and stuff like that this weekend. Next weekend I'm gonna be talking to some cool people, and then I also got something real big news from Netflix that I can be able to announce next week. So definitely stay tuned on that. So thank you for checking us out. Once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.